I am Great Mother, Holy Spirit, Yin, Divine Mother, Cosmic Womb, Deep Space, the Moon, Dark. Hi everyone, happy Scorpio full moon. Getting your readings posted up. Wanted to take a moment to let you know that the April Spring Special is still going on until the end of this month, until the 30th of April. So take advantage with this full moon reading. If you would like to get your ego soul reading, that is your Western astrology, your moon sign, your Sabian symbol, when you were actually born. All of that is really important because you want to see what actual phase the moon was in when you were born, and what is the vibratory frequency of your emotional state as it relates to your intuitive sense and your Vedic astrology. And so your Vedic astrology is going to look at that, as well as the nakshatra of your moon, which is going to really give you greater insight for these readings. So people are taking advantage of that. That's awesome. This is very important at this particular time. We're talking about Aries vernal spring season and this Scorpio full moon season, which is about this rebirth, this regeneration, so that we shed everything that's old, moving into the new. That being said, the energies for the particular celestial combinations and conjunctions and transits that are occurring now, that I'll go into a little bit in your reading. Of course, we focus on the lunar energies. And so generally for your collective celestial unconsciousness of your moon sign, we'll talk about it. But it's more of an upgrade now, I would say, from who you have been and what you have been working with to manifest what your initiatives are. Okay, from the Aries new moon wishes for the new moon in Aries that were just posted for the new moon reading. So if you want to go back and look at that, go to greatmotherspeaks.info underneath the vlog tab to see your suggested new moon readings from your new moon reading in Aries. We're going to follow that through to this full moon and look at what Great Mother is saying about the rebirth and regeneration that is occurring as a result of that seed being planted for you at this time. Now, they were suggested, and so you'll have your own new moon wishes, or you probably don't have any at all. If this is your first time watching Great Mother Speaks, we are looking at how we can experience our divinity as children of the Great Mother, Father God, by utilizing the energies within us. We are made of stardust in order to always stay in the reality that we are dearly loved children of the Great Mother, Father God, who are never condemned or left alone. That is often taken away from us when we especially experience alienation or estrangement from our birth mother. I specialize as a life coach in mama drama trauma, and so this channel is really designed as a supportive tool. It gives supplemental information and tips to my clients and people who may have mama drama trauma or love those who do. My particular brand of it is that I was born to a very loving woman, as all of us are. She expresses her love in various ways, which we see throughout the deck, the various gods and goddesses. We all have our own unique combination of energy as children of the Great Mother, Father God, as my mother did. Excellent mother, the best. As an adult, I experienced a woman who developed a severe addiction to alcohol. And this is where the onset of my MDT took hold, okay, as an adult woman. And so I have had both worlds, and the individual that is my mother is a stranger to me. I don't know who that person is. I am open to healing that relationship as I have healed myself, and I have assisted others in healing their mama drama trauma. There may be closure in this lifetime, there may not be, but I am continually learning the lessons. And as it relates to this full moon in Scorpio, the rebirth and regeneration for me has had to do with upgrading my particular brand of loving detachment to being even more open to reconciliation. I don't feel that it will occur. There has been no indication of that other than in my interior space, Great Mother speaking to me that for my emotional health, balance, and clarity in my life moving forward, it's very important that I open my heart and expand my heart more to that possibility, as opposed to staying in the protective mode of, okay, I'm okay, I've accepted this is the reality, I'm moving on with my life. Okay, and so Great Mother continues to work with us throughout our lives. This is what I'm seeing with clients and readings that I've been doing about this full moon energy coming up. And so for your reading, you will get a recap on the suggested 5 wishes from the Aries new moon coming forward to this Scorpio full moon. I want to also let you know that Uranus is leaving Aries from its 7-year transit into Taurus on the 15th of May, which is also the new moon in Taurus. So this particular lunar cycle from Aries new moon to Taurus new moon is very, very important, because we're going to begin to have a real soul unction to seed what the desires we have been working on, how we have identified ourselves over the last 7 years. So again, just using myself as an example, how I've re-identified myself as someone who has survived MDT and now has been supporting others to live in loving detachment from their mother so that they can heal their own MDT. Now with Uranus moving into Taurus, it's about seeding that, planting that as a value in your life, and the financial benefits of that, the physical experience of that. Okay, I'm getting more interaction with people. For example, with the Mama Drama Trauma Support Group, you can go to the link on online bookings if you want to become a part of that. Anyone can be a part of that on Monday into Sunday and Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So much going on, see? And for you, it's probably a lot going on as well with this transition from Aries into Taurus. So I want to let you know that with that, even though Scorpio is in its full moon phase, your particular moon sign may be in its waning crescent phase or its balsamic moon phase. It may be in its first quarter moon phase during this lunar cycle from Aries new moon to Taurus new moon. Okay, Scorpio is in full moon phase. Okay, if you're Capricorn, you're waning crescent. You know, Sagittarius, well, a smaller waning crescent. You know, and et cetera, et cetera. And so I'm going to start talking about how those energies affect your reading, because I'm seeing through the readings that I'm doing that really also has a tremendous effect on present real-time issues, which is what we address each new and full moon reading. I also want to let you know that because this is the reading before Mother's Day, that I will continue the special for those of you who are mothers or who are experiencing mama drama trauma and want to have a reading, or you want to give the reading to someone who is wanting to heal their own mama drama trauma. So only for individuals who are interested in learning more about mama drama trauma does the Lunar and Great Mother Speaks reading special from regularly $85 and $65 to $50 extend from April 30th. So Mother's Day, I believe, is the second Sunday in May. Is it the second or first? Whatever Mother's Day is. Up until Mother's Day, you can still book for MDT related issues or questions in your life that you're wanting to heal as a Mother's Day gift from me to you. So with no further ado, these are your Scorpio full moon reading. Well, hello, welcome, Libra Scorpio moon people. This is your full moon of the year. It is in Libra, Scorpio, Libra, and the sidereal soul astrology of the Vedic moon sign. The nakshatra is in Chitra, the universal architect. So this is full illumination for you for the year.
your moon is full. That means you are halfway through your lunar cycle. Your lunar new year will be in November, and boy, what a time that will be. November will be when the nodes shift from North Node in Leo, South in Aquarius in the Western, into Cancer, North Node, Capricorn in the South, which is where it is in the sidereal right now. Remember, we have that 24-degree difference. You want to double check the links below about your sidereal sign, which could also be Scorpio. But for the general collective consciousness, this is your Great Mother Speaks reading. We talk about the interior space here, which governs the actions we take, or the sun sign, Great Father energy, our manifestation energy that we have as children of the Great Mother, Father, God. And for you, Jupiter is also in a Libra Scorpio at this time. In November, it will have changed to Scorpio Sagittarius. So you're holding a lot of energy for the collective, and what a year this has been for you. It's been a very amplified year because of that Jupiter energy. It's been a very bountiful year emotionally for you. A lot has come through. Some of you that it's been overwhelming, but for the larger extent of people, it's been the bounty you've been waiting for. It's been the clarification that you've been waiting for with that Libra in the soul, getting that Jupiterian energy as well. You've been downloading a lot of intuitive messages, a lot of great insight. A lot of people in your moon sign have gotten into readings and things of that nature, doing them as well, who have not perhaps done them in the past, and people who have been doing them have just been doing so well because of course, the celestial energetic support to have those amplified downloads. Now, the seventh house is opposing the first house general energy of this Libra Scorpio full moon, with the sun and this full moon in Aries Taurus. And so you're grounding what your desires are as a collective unconsciousness at this particular time. So new moon is how you are approaching this full moon. Let's look at that new moon card, because what it's telling us is that the new moon in Aries, which just passed 2 weeks ago, you might want to look at that reading, because Great Mother came through with some suggested wishes. We make our wishes for the lunar cycle during the new moon phase. We plant those wishes, and you are approaching this full moon with eyes wide open. You're seeing past whatever illusions may be there. You know the truth. You have that insight, that inner eye on full capacity. And if we could just look at what those wishes are, we can get a little bit more clarity for you with regard to approaching your full moon. Now, the wishes for the Libra Scorpio moon sign people were: I want to easily find myself being kind and generous with myself. I want to easily find myself going in independent directions that are healthy and constructive for me. I want to easily find myself honestly revealing my true thoughts and feelings. I want the practice of abandoning myself easily lifted from me. And I want to easily find myself embracing and loving myself. Ooh, that is such delicious, juicy, full moon energy. Isn't that exactly what you want to come to full illumination in your life? Isn't that exactly what everybody is really wanting to feel? And so you are working with the lunar energies to manifest that and to feel that. And with the seventh house enabling you the power from that Aries Taurus sun, Great Father energy, that Yang energy, to actively manifest the balance that is required in your life to do that, is remarkable. You're seeing beyond whatever illusions that could prevent you from that. And so you're working with those new moon wishes as suggested. And you've even added your own new moon wishes just in your heart, because I'm seeing the transformative opportunity for you lies in accepting the reward for doing so. The Raw card is the reward card in the Great Mother Speaks Oracle deck. And so you're being given something for your insight, for that higher knowledge, for acting on it, even in the face of obstacles and conflicts. Mars, speaking of yang energy, is conjunct Saturn, the obstacle energy, the limitation energy, the blockage energy. They are together in your third house of communication. So you're being rewarded for how you've been communicating your insights in the world, even despite the challenges that you've had in doing so. You are coming to full illumination in being kind and generous to yourself by loving yourself more and going into a more independent, constructive direction through your personal power, asserting your personal power. This is gut chakra ruled by Mars. So that Mars energy, you're acting on your higher insights. What Great Mother doesn't want you to overlook, Libra, Scorpio, Moon people, during your full moon is the gratitude that you really have inside of yourself for those insights and for the centering guidance that you've been receiving. That knowing what you know, that kind of confidence that is allowing you to act out your personal power, to reveal your true thoughts and feelings to people, utilizing this Mars-Saturn conjunction in your third house of communication. This is absolutely beautiful. This is what we all want for our full moon manifestation. This is what we all desire. In your shadow position is a full moon card. And so the shadow is what we want to overlook, is what we'd rather not acknowledge within ourselves or have other people know about us. And the shadow is where our greatest awareness lies. And Great Mother is saying your greatest awareness lies, Libra, Scorpio, Moon people, in acknowledging the power of your communication, of your thoughts, acknowledging that your true feelings and communicating those is truly your birthright, is asserting your selfhood in the world, which is tremendously important for you right now because this is your full moon. The Brigade card in the Great Mother Speaks deck is when Dorothy does take the broom from the witch's castle, which is what she was sent there to do. What have you been sent to your full moon phase to do? Your new moon is in November again, and your lunar new year starts all over at that time. You're right dead in the middle of this cycle. And so that means this is the climax. This is the apex of your lunar, your emotional season. This is when the ego soul has the greatest potential and the greatest power of alignment, which is what you're experiencing internally right now. Selfhood. You are taking your power back from something that has made you buy into an illusion of not being a divine child of the Great Mother, Father God, of not being dearly loved, never judged, condemned, or left alone. You are in your shadow position, Great Mother is saying, needing to acknowledge that you have done the work to take your power back, and it is yours, Libra, Scorpio, Moon people. Center yourself in that knowledge. Click your heels 3 times, body, mind, and soul, in that awareness. And enjoy your life. Enjoy your new moon wishes. They are coming to full fruition at this time through your taking of your power back. This is a second chakra card. And this new moon that we've just passed was Aries. And so that was a very initiating energy. And you initiated what would cause you to feel the love and the self-acceptance and the generosity and kindness toward yourself by communicating your needs and not abandoning yourself. And so this would indicate that from now into the new moon in May, we see second chakra energy, which is associated with Taurus energy, the new moon in Taurus, that it will be very clear to you exactly what is bringing you pleasure. So for those of you who may not be fully in the place of taking your power back, you will, by the new moon in May, actually have a clarity about whether or not you are running away from an illusion of not being a divine, dearly loved child of the great Mother, Father, God, who's never condemned or left alone. Or you will know that you are going toward a new life of accepting of your divinity. You will be very clear about that and your desires associated with it. If you are already in that place, Libra, Scorpio, moon people, this new moon energy together through your third and your second eye is saying that you are already seeing your truest desires and you are following them, despite the fact that it may not be exactly clear how you do it. Internally, by speaking your truth and following your higher will. Fifth chakra is also about our higher will and is about that Taurus energy in the Western astrology is the throat. And so actually physically, materially expressing how you feel is how you are experiencing pleasure in your life. You're asking, in other words, for what you want and what you need. You're feeling that worthiness. You are being generous and kind to yourself. And by that, embracing and loving yourself. So wherever you are on that continuum, you're in a really good space, Libra, Scorpio, moon people. Great Mother is saying that all that is really left to be done at this apex of your lunar season is to release any remaining self-doubts that you may have about knowing what brings you pleasure, about knowing what it is that is your highest joy. Remember, the Hattar card always asks us, are we running away from something in fear, or are we going towards our bliss, our highest joy? And it appears that you definitely are doing so. And not only doing so, you're speaking that into the world, your wants and your desires. So if there's any impediment at all for you, it has to do with self-doubt. In this scene, we see Dorothy getting a reading from Professor Marvel on the side of the road after she's asked him, may we join you in going to Europe to meet the crowned heads of Europe? And she could go to meet the crowned heads of Europe on her own. She doesn't need to go with him. In other words, this card of self-doubt is all about making our joy, making our pleasure contingent upon the schedule, the needs, or the demands of others. And so if you don't feel that you're in this space, Great Mother is saying, release any self-doubt that you can determine for yourself what that joy is at this time. And by doing so, you will find yourself going in that independent direction that you asked for in healthy and constructive ways for you. This is how we work with the new moon wishes and bring them into culmination through an interior space of awareness and consciousness that allows us to facilitate the justice that we need. You have all of this insight. And wouldn't that be the case, for Scorpio moon people with a Libra sidereal Chitra, a nakshatra operating during this full moon, which is all about, architecting your life, devising your life, creating what it is that you want, being able to actually utilize those insights in ways that are beneficial not only for yourself but for others, and actually working from that space of self-love. And there may be challenges related to family issues or family problems that could make the justice seem to be not what you want. The outcome may feel like, well, I got my self-love, but I lost, my relationship with my son, or, I'm having my relationship with my significant other is on the rocks. And so that might feel like an imbalance. Okay, so again, you have that Libra sidereal that is working with the balance energy, right? But you have the sun, this full moon in the sidereal in Aries, which is really wanting to, kind of plow forward. And in the sidereal, that is in the nakshatra. The sun in Aries is in Bharani, which, is all about bearing the load of difficulties that others have. And since this sun is in your 7th house, well, then you may be feeling some of that. And so Great Mother is saying, in order to facilitate this transformation during your Scorpio full moon that is so powerful, recognize that that may be part of the self-love that's coming to the forefront. That might be part of the loving kindness to yourself that's coming to the forefront. That may very much be part of going into that independent direction that is healthy and constructive for you, coming into reality. That may be you honestly revealing your true thoughts and feelings coming to the surface that's causing this disruption, which is why she wants you above the card of justice to center yourself, click those heels, body, mind, and spirit in this insight that you have. You know what you know to be the truth. This is the card when Toto pulls the curtain on us and reveals he is only a man. So although it may be feeling that way in your personal relationships, that 7th house area, which is where the sun is in right now, and your soul sidereal is in Libra, and that may feel like, wow, is it really worth it? Yes. Divine children who are living in that consciousness, we are able to maintain our birthright through awareness. It is awareness that gives us power, which is the center of your reading. It is only through awareness that we grow, and through awareness that we're able to deal with things that come to the surface in order to plant our new moon wishes. So stay tuned for your Taurus new moon wishes, Libra, Scorpio moon people. I would not be surprised if they were not related to these relationship issues that have come to the surface for you, perhaps, at this particular time. If you don't have relationship issues, well, then maybe because this is a first quarter moon card, you're making a decision to act on this challenge, and you're carrying through with this power of selfhood and expression to assert what you truly do need. And you are releasing any self-doubts associated with your worthiness of having what you need. And it's not so much about being in a combative space, because I don't see a lot of Mars energy. I see that you have Mars ruling the gut chakra in the center of your reading as personal power, but because Mars is in your 3rd house of communication, I see it here with this full moon. I see it here with your full illumination of taking your power back. And so we have here selfhood, personal power, and emancipation and alignment. Your freedom. Your freedom is coming through asserting that personal power and accepting the reward for the hard internal work you've done and that you're continuing to do, despite any illusions that are coming to the surface that because of your courage and your ability to take your power back may be creating some challenges toward the justice that you seek in your life. Bravo, bravo, Libra, Scorpio moon people. This is so powerful. This is such a emancipating time for you. This is the final card of the deck when Dorothy is back on the farm, proclaiming there's no place like home. There's no place like home. Another 6th chakra card, indicating that the insights that you have are serving you well during your mid-lunar season. Thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking, but above all and most of all, remember, Libra, Scorpio moon people, happy full moon. Great Mother loves you, and I do too.
I am Great Mother, Holy Spirit, Yin, Divine Mother, Cosmic Womb, Deep Space, the Moon, Dark Matter, the Void, the Black Hole, Hathor, Isis. For more information about Mama Drama Trauma, visit mamadramatrauma.info.